All right, so I just got back from watching Greenland 2, Migration, the sequel to 2021, I believe, Greenland, starring Gerard Butler, who is the king of January cinema, um, especially lately. So this picks up about 5 years after the end of the first Greenland movie, which saw our characters finally making it to the underground bunker in Greenland where they could be safe from all of the meteorites and comets, not comets, but meteorites and stuff coming down and hitting Earth and turning it into a apocalyptic radioactive wasteland. So the plot of this sequel is this underground bunker, after 5 years, has become compromised, and the family has to journey once again through perilous dangers to get to this promised land in southern France, where there's apparently a crater so big that it can create its own thriving ecosystem. So, but they have to get through a lot of apocalyptic type places in Europe to get to this southern France crater. So I quite liked the first Greenland. I know not everyone loves it, and it is kind of B cinema, but I enjoyed it for what it is. It's not the most original movie in the world, but I really latched onto the family dynamic of the movie. The sort of parental instinct of the father and mother to protect their young child, who's especially vulnerable because I believe he's diabetic, so he has to have his insulin, which adds another threat level to the whole story. And also, the husband and wife in the first movie are kind of estranged. They're about to go through a divorce, and now they're thrust together again, and I enjoyed seeing them reconcile. It was very sweet, actually. So, if that family aspect wasn't as strong in the first movie, I probably would not have liked it as much, but I did. I quite enjoyed the first Greenland. And because of that, because I have that strong connection to the first movie, I enjoyed this. It is not as good though, because while the family is strong in this movie, there's not a lot of character arcs or drama going on amongst them. All of the plot and all of the stuff that drives the story is really just outer stuff, outer threats. There isn't a lot of, threat on the inside. Their relationship between father and son, husband and wife, mother and son, all that stuff, they're all chill with each other in this movie. So that kind of made the entire movie a little less interesting for me. I enjoyed seeing them all get along so well, but it wasn't super interesting. There is a wrinkle that this movie adds that I thought would be interesting, but the payoff is kind of cliche. I don't want to spoil what it is, but there is something in this movie they add to Gerard Butler's character that could have been super duper interesting, but they kind of do the cliche thing with it. So that was a little disappointing for me. But that is why I think this movie is not as good. But, it is fine. It's not terribly bad. It's just not super duper original. So, like, if I gave the first Greenland an 8, this one would be like a 6. It would go down a couple notches just because unless you really liked the first one and you want to see this family go through another set of trials, there isn't really a big reason to watch it because nothing super interesting or captivating happens in this movie. Which is a shame because, like I said, I really got into the characters in the first movie, and they're just not as interesting in this one. Yeah, so that's kind of my opinions. If you really want to see a movie in the theaters and you don't want to watch a horror movie starring a monkey, this is a decent enough option, especially if you're familiar, like I am, with Greenland. But if not, you can skip it. It's not, must see cinema or anything like that. Yeah, so those are my thoughts on Greenland 2 Migration.